Which cryptocurrency is being attacked by the SEC after XRP? How long will crypto holders believe in Ripple? How much will XRP cost in mid-2020? 3. We will answer. Ripple and the SEC have been locked in a heated court fight for over 2 years over claims that the blockchain startup issued and sold XRP as an unregistered securities. The SEC has argued that the dominant blockchain firm broke the law when it sold XRP, and it has asked the court for a summary judgment in its favor. Yesterday, SEC Chair Gary Gensler testified before the House Financial Services Committee and was asked a number of questions about recent events in the Bitcoin market. The SEC was asked a number of crucial questions, one of the most pressing being whether or not he considers XRP to be a security. Congressman Warren Davidson posed a crucial question to the SEC chairman, asking whether he considers XRP to be a security. The chairman of the SEC declined to answer the question categorically. The head of the SEC has instead said that the question of whether or not XRP is a security is now being debated in court. We are in court, and if there are active discussion and litigation on that matter, Gensler added. When asked if Ethereum, ETH, is a security, Gensler again declined to say yes or no. Given that the head of the SEC has insisted that XRP is a security, his reaction caught many crypto fans off guard. Last year, Gensler shared this sentiment, stating that Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency he believes to be outside the purview of the SEC. Many others thought Gensler was unqualified to lead the agency because of his tough stance on enforcement in the financial markets, notably the cryptocurrency industry. Interestingly, Representative Warren Davidson, R.O., felt similarly and submitted legislation calling for Gensler's ouster and a reorganization of the SEC. Chairman Gensler, your record of failures to protect investors and abuses of power make it clear that we need to restructure the Securities and Exchange Commission, stated Davidson. Rep. Davidson filed legislation to remove Gensler as SEC chairman after he detailed some of Gensler's shortcomings and abuses in office. Davidson said, to correct a long series of abuses, I'm introducing legislation that removes the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission and replaces the role with an executive director that reports to the board where all authority would reside. Judge Annalisa Torres has not yet issued a ruling in the case of Ripple V's. The SEC. Ripple may benefit from the legislation intended to remove Gensler. Judge Torres will undoubtedly feel pushed to decide in favor of Ripple as a result of Congress casting light on Gensler's ineptitude and misconduct. Will Ripple depart the United States as Coinbase did in favor of a country with more lenient cryptocurrency regulations? Last week, Coinbase, the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, grabbed headlines when it said it had obtained a license to operate in Bermuda and would soon be launching an offshore exchange. Meanwhile, Ripple's legal fight with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, continues with a verdict reportedly imminent. Ripple has already stated its willingness to battle and is likely to appeal all the way to the Supreme Court, although a ruling might take years to come down. In addition, in July 2022, CEO Brad Garlinghouse threatened to relocate the crypto corporation if it was unsuccessful in its legal fight with the SEC. If we don't win here in the U.S., we'll take our business somewhere. We still have a huge company to establish. If the local regulatory environment isn't going to be helpful to us, then why bother? Some indicators have emerged over the last few weeks suggesting that Ripple is actively growing its footprint in other nations and exploring their potential advantages. In recent interviews, Garlinghouse and other Ripple executives have regularly gushed about the positive regulatory and business climates in various nations. Ripple's top lawyer, Stuart Alderoty, said last week that he was in the United Kingdom on the day of the Gensler testimony before Congress. I was not around yesterday to see the uproar at the Gensler hearing. I am now in London, where I am working with my team to expand our firm. I'm afraid I have no words to describe how incompetent the SEC seems from across the water. Ripple's International Policy Counsel Susan Friedman has spoken highly of the game, changing development prompted by Europe's MiCA crypto legislation in recent weeks. It's not a lack of compliance, she said, but rather a lack of understanding that's plagued the United States in recent weeks. XRP community member Anders L. has also discovered other indicators of Ripple abandoning the U.S. on the official website. She adds in her most recent tweet, Ripple currently has 66 available roles, 46 of which are located in countries other than the USA. 6 of the available American jobs are unpaid internships. Additionally, he realized, nonetheless, the local finds the remark peculiar. Following the conclusion of the dispute, Bank of America, BOA, aims to strengthen its cooperation with Ripple, as reported by Bitcoinist. It's improbable that Bank of America would bail out now, so close to the finish line. So then, what's the use? There's been no formal word about Ripple leaving the United States, but the company does seem to be paying more attention to the rest of the globe. This is not shocking, but it could be simple for Ripple to carry out its threat. A girl was ripped in half by a shark in front of her friends. The Ripple V's. SEC court case has been going on for 2 years and 120 days, and the judgment date is still unknown. While numerous legal experts think the ruling is close, it is unknown when it will be made public. The lawsuit has strained relations between the SEC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, Congress, and the cryptocurrency sector, putting enormous pressure on Judge Annalisa Torres. According to XRP community attorney John E. Deaton, the Ripple V's. SEC court case is the most important fraud SEC enforcement action since 1946. He also said that considering the gravity of the case, Judge Torres is taking her time and carefully evaluating every statement. If the verdict goes against Ripple, Judge Torres understands she's dealing with a conservative court. And if it goes in Ripple's favor, she will have to defend it to everyone. Based on past orders by Judge Torres, lawyers John Deaton and James K. Phelan believe a verdict will be issued by the end of April. Ashley Prosper, an XRP community member, has also anticipated an eventful week, noting Judge Torres' judgment on the Daubert petitions, which took 52 days to resolve. Given the importance of the Ripple V's SEC court case for global commerce and banking, Judge Torres has been subjected to enormous pressure. While the decision is anticipated shortly, it is unknown when it will be made public. The lawsuit has significantly elevated the stakes for both Ripple and the SEC, and the crypto world is waiting for the verdict with bated breath.